Hey guys, hey, this is Robert Jean here in Oklahoma, sitting out on my patio, and it is a nice cold day. So I've been taking it easy today, working on stuff and answering emails, and I was thinking about, doing a lot of research about mind and how the mind actually works, and um, there's a lot of misunderstanding about how the mind works and why we have problems, the cause of all of our problems, and I know I have it sorted out. So um, I had an email somebody talking about saying something like my mind, my amygdala has hijacked my life. And most people really don't understand what they're talking about, what's going on with our life, and what we're doing inside of ourselves to ourselves. So to understand what is the role of the amygdala, why we have problems, is that you have to understand that there's a system inside you that always works. And this system is creating a, um, a life change for you. And basically, if you come to this world, you're born, you experience life, and I wonder if this thing's working. It looks like it's trying to reconnect. So I'll just keep talking. If it doesn't work, I'll do it again. Anyway, so if you understand, this little baby comes into this world, and this little baby experiences the world and people and environments and all kinds of things happening all at one time. This magical part about yourself, which is, I call this part, we call it the amygdala. The amygdala is, I would like to say, it's like the librarian of the entire the entire library. What it does is it starts organizing everything for you. So it's actively noticing the sensory inputs, which is visual, auditory, kinesthetic, taste and smell, and it takes all this information and starts sorting it out into the different parts of your brain. And so what it does, it just organizes and categorizes and files everything. And because, see, its whole job is to protect you. Its whole job is to help you to survive. It's a survival system. And it's right there close to everything. It's like it's a very strategic point. And we talked about the amygdala, the amygdalae, there's actually two of them. And they are doing a unique job. And so what it does is it takes all this information in, and next thing you're going through life, events happen, and you know what to do. You do it without thinking, because this is how the brain actually occurs. It just helps us survive. Boom, boom, boom. It's like today, you jump in your car and you drive. That's it. It's only one skill. But at one point, your great brain, the great hypnotist, the amygdala, it starts taking driving skills, such as apply the right amount of pressure on the brake, the right amount of pressure on the gas, staying between the bar ditches, using your turn signals, knowing when to stop and when to go. These are like a billion different things that this one part of your unconscious mind, it organizes all this stuff. So now, when you go out and drive, you just, boom, you drive. You're a driver. At one point, you weren't no driver. I don't know, do you remember? I remember the first time I was learning how to drive is in a white Volkswagen. It was next to me, and of course, Volkswagens, 99% of those Volkswagens had no automatic. It was all standard. So there's 3 pedals in the floor. That means you got to figure out how to use one of those correctly. You have to learn all of them correctly, but one of them is like letting off right way so you can go. And of course, it dies and jerks and all this stuff. Today, I can drive anything. I don't think about it. I get the feel of it, and boom, I drive. Because, see, your amygdala is the great organizer. It organizes everything. It does everything for you. But let's say for example, you've had some bad things happen to you. You had controlling people, you've been beaten up at school, you've been humiliated, embarrassed, abused, traumatized. Now, the amazing thing about your brain, of course, you have to understand that the brain, the unconsciousness, or the system behind the eyes is a survival system. That means it's going to take whatever happens, it's going to organize it and structure it in a way so that it can be used later. All right? So now it's just all sitting in there. So now you're going through life and you decide to go out on a date, and all of a sudden you're being triggered and you're having emotional responses because you think he or she maybe just like the last one, you know, but yet may not even be that way at all because your brain knows how to bring up what was stored and reuse it over and over again. That's why some people say my amygdala hijacked my life. And the weird thing is, it didn't hijack your life. It's giving you what you already hold. And so the way to get something better is to do something better. And the way to do something better is know how to drive your own brain and have your whole brain work with you. So, so is really the amygdala, is it really hijacking your life? Is it the great hypnotist? And the truth is, what you need to do in the right time. That means it knows how to walk. It knows how to do math. It knows how to create a physical sensation in your body to say, hey, I don't feel safe because I have unsafe data inside my whole system. And that's what it's doing. It's doing what's supposed to. The problem is, as I've always heard, a divided house will fall. That means if you don't know how to drive your own mind, if you don't know how to drive your whole system, then what's inside the brain is the data, the memories, the references, the proofs, consciously and unconsciously known, it will drive you. So what you need to do is know how your brain mechanically works, how the mechanics of your mind works, and actually know how to change the pieces. Now, there's a lot of programs out there about neuroplasticity and teaching you how to change your mind, and they're gonna have you do hours and hours of meditation, hours a week, hours a day, trying to figure out how to learn how to drive your brain or get some kind of control. You don't need to spend hours in meditation because thoughts is meditation. But knowing how to go inside yourself and to rewrite yourself is the real trick of the trade. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Of course, I've been doing this work for a long time. I've been studying about the mind for about 43 years, believe it or not, when I was very young. And of course, things started to escalate in my speed of understanding how to change me, change my mind, is when I just, started with NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, which is the internal communication system of your own mind. And then, of course, with EFT, which is a physical process. I know how to take you to and show you how to change your mind and how to change your body. Now, the interesting thing is that understanding the hypnosis of your mind, because you're always in a trance. When you hear the word hypnosis, some of you already go into a trance of whatever it is, or when you hear the sound of a voice or a face or experience or a sensation, you go into a trance because your amygdala is actually doing what it's supposed to do, and that it brings all the information up to right now and give it to you. Give you sensations. And so what I want to invite you to do is learn how to drive your own mind. A lot of you have been watching my stuff here on YouTube, but there's a lot more that I don't teach on YouTube, and that's in my home study, not on my home study course, but that's on my online course. Online, you can change yourself. Also, I'm going to Australia, and I'll be there this month. This month, I have Heal Your Body, and it's understand how your brain will be using its past pains, its past unresolved emotional issues to make you sick. And the illness is actually trying to keep you safe. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. We look at all these people who've came to see me, who did sessions or had sessions, or I tapped on them, or my practitioners tapped on them, and their ME is disappearing. Their chronic fatigue is disappearing. Their chemical sensitivity is disappearing. Their back pains, their leg pains, their arm pains are gone. And it's because we're actually using the brain-mind system and creating real physical changes inside the body. So if you're really interested and you really want something better for and I can show you. Welcome through T trainings. We can change your life and we can give you control by showing you how it works. So is the amygdala, is it really the hypnotist? Is it really hijacking your life? Or is it just giving you what you already have inside your brain? So what I want to do is I want to show you how to change your mind, change your memories. Science now recently, within the last 10 years, are actually helping us say, hey, you can change your mind. It's easy to change your mind when you understand the mental mechanics. You don't need a drug. You don't need to spend 10 hours a week meditating. You just got to know the pieces. Know the pieces. So join us. It'll change your had and you'll have something better. So that's Robert here in Oklahoma on my patio, and it's a bit chilly, and learn how to love yourself, like yourself, be kind to yourself, because what you do inside yourself, you do to other people. So be nice inside. That's Robert. Peace. Now I'll turn this off.